Ethiopia. And we have here a crate of guns from Ethiopia, and I figured it'd be cool to show you guys like what actually comes into the country. So this is hot off the truck from the freight depot from the airport where it was flown in by Ethiopian Air, right?
That's correct. Ethiopian Airlines, straight from the warehouses where I packed it actually 2 weeks ago, and it just arrived a couple of days ago here. And let's break it open, show you guys what's in it.
So what do we have in here?
There should be some Mannlichers in it, some M95s, and there should be also some M1888s in it.
Okay. So I've already taken out all the screws except the ones on this side. This crate has about 200 rifles in it. If I can figure out how to use a screwdriver. That's the issue.
Find out. So.
Alright. So that is the very careful, very deliberate, padded packing that was done by the warehouse. So now it's a matter of, we're going to pull these all out and put them on pallets. I should say, I make it sound like this is there, which are the bulk. I think that's 100. And then we have M88 patterns. And so there are some 88s which have the original site graduations, and also 8890s which have updated site graduations for the more modern M90 cartridge that they use. So that. And then there was also is a Steyr model of, and take a look at that up close right there. A model of 1878 French Navy rifle. They contracted to with Steyr to manufacture these. So they bought a commercial rifle that was being sold by Steyr. This is what replaced the Chassepot in French Navy service. You can see over here we have an 1881 manufacture date. So this is an antique, which is pretty cool. It is matching. We've got our serial number right down there. They made 25,000 of these. They're all A prefix. So this is 23,000 and change. This is towards the very end of production. And it is interesting to note that it has a pair of sets of Ethiopian markings, either Amharic or Ge'ez. There are a number of different written languages that are used in Ethiopia. So this is just an example of how this cache of guns that Uli has been bringing out of Ethiopia literally has a little bit of everything in it. So Mausers, Steyrs, Carcanos, Enfields that are part of this big stash that they found and brought into the US out of Africa. These are particularly interesting because we have a Gewehr 88 and a Karabiner 88, early German commission rifles, that are actually stamped as property of Emperor Menelik II of Ethiopia. Now, Ethiopia has actually a particularly interesting history. It is perhaps the only substantial African nation that managed to avoid becoming a colonial protectorate of one of the European powers during the late 19th century, early 20th century. And it did this largely thanks to the foresight and thoughtfulness of Menelik II. So he acquired power, or came to power in 1889, and he would rule for 20 years, ultimately